Hello all, 28th of November 2012. Well, it's a very rainy, windy day here in California, but with all that, we're going to do a video. So for right now, let's just go over to the news. This is the pumping output since 2002 for OPEC. And let's go through it. We started out at 25 million barrels per day in 2002, and we sort of went down and did the ups and downs. By 2003 we were still a little bit higher, 25.5 or so. By 2004 we were at almost 30, a little over 30 million barrels per day. 2005 saw about the same. 2006. By 2007 though, we were back down to 25 million barrels per day, 25.6 or so. As 2008 came, we were back up into the 30 million barrels per day. Then we hit our peak. OPEC hit their peak in 2009 at 30.2 or 3. Then during 2009 we fell back down to 25. Then we kind of came up and went back down. By 2010, by 2011 we're back down again to 25. At present we're at about 32,000 million barrels per day. So really, even OPEC doesn't seem to be increasing too well, though we keep hearing about how the increases keep coming. I just don't see them. So, Mikey Mike Rankin had a question for us. Well, what I personally think is there is not one particular type of warning that we're going to get. The warning is going to come, in my opinion, in gas shortages, and then it'll be obvious when rationing begins.
Okay, we're going to see if we can get out and go up and see what the barges in San Francisco Bay look like. Okay, this is where we live, and as soon as that little storm goes through, it'll get sunny and nice, and we can go up and see what's happening in San Francisco Bay. Here's the clearing over here, and we're right here, so all we have to do is wait for that little bit of rain and we can go up. And the weather did clear. A little bit windy though. We'll have to block the wind hopefully. Okay, it looks like 6 barges in San Francisco Bay. This is a very good place to understand. When we see 6 or 7, that pretty much means that we have a full supply of oil. When we see like 3 or 2 or 0, like we did earlier, we notice that the fuel prices went up quite a ways. That's a pretty good indicator of what's going to happen, and that seems to be holding true. I think that's our best indicator, are these barges in San Francisco Bay, of what's coming in the oil, either financially or anything else. As you said, you can't really trust Brent Crude, can you? Speaking of which, let's go and see what Brent Crude's doing.
You ask, is this a good indicator, Brent Crude? Well, not really, because even if Brent Crude is going up in price, it doesn't mean this will go up in price, because this is speculation, and you never can tell what a speculator's thinking. But let's just go see what speculating is doing today. So about 109.5 or so, almost 110. We sort of wobbled and drooped and went all the way down till we got to about 108, 109. We went up, and then we came all the way back down to 108.5, and then we came all the way back up, and our as at present 109.6. This is probably one of the last places I would really look to see whether we're running out of oil or not. It's just an interesting kind of chart to look at. Really, it's about all it is. It's interesting. It's just telling you what speculators are thinking.
You know, another way that we'll be able to tell is by gasoline lines and rationing. they'll start rationing gas like an every other day thing for this type of license plate, and some type of rationing. And the rationing may come and go, and then it would just stay on. And then once it just stays on, you know that we've passed that demand threshold where there's more demand than petrol. Okay, since this storm has stopped, it's warmed up, it's nice out, let's go down and check out what gasoline is doing. I think it's pretty close to what it was last time we checked. And that's another good place to tell whether we're running out of oil, on whether those prices are fluctuating the way they are now, which sounds like we're more like on a plateau. Though when it starts to rise endlessly, then you sort of know that we're on the way down in supply. Okay, here's the inexpensive gas station. Okay, expensive gas station. So I wanted to let everybody know that I appreciate all the new subscribers on YouTube, and you guys really want to do something. One of the ways is to shop at Pink Barrio or any of your local small independent stores. Stay away from the big banks, stay away from the big box stores. They're one of the same. Come and let me just show you a few things on Pink Barrio. It's so nice because you can customize any of that stuff as well. You can put your own name, initials, monograms, whatever you want. Download photos. It's quite fun to go around and play around with it, see what you can make yourself. So, until next time.